Hello and welcome back. Today's class is a guide on how to practice Sun Salutation A. We'll be looking at each posture in the sequence in detail, breaking it down, and I'll give you some different variations of each one so that you can find the ones that feel the best for you. We'll then take a few rounds putting everything together so you can find your own unique Sun Salutation A. Sun Salutation, or in Sanskrit Surya Namaskar, is traditionally done at the beginning of a practice to warm up the body, ready for the rest of the postures or asanas. It's a very energizing, invigorating sequence. And as the name suggests, it harnesses that solar, yang, or active energy, as opposed to the more reflective moon energy that we can tap into. As with everything in yoga, there is a version for everyone, and you can choose on each day, in each practice, which variations you'd like to take, and choose what feels right for you on that day. So if you're ready to learn how to practice Surya Namaskar A, then meet me on the mat and we'll get started. We'll begin standing at the top of the mat for our first posture, Tadasana, mountain pose. You can practice this with your feet together, hips width apart, or anywhere in between, depending on whether you want a little more stability or whether you want to challenge your balance. Fingertips reach down towards the earth. You can face your palms in towards your thighs or open them out in front to invite a little bit more active energy into your practice. Feel your feet firmly rooted into the mat as you draw up through your legs, lengthen through your spine, and lift the crown of your head like the peak of a mountain, reaching up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders down and find your deep breath here. You might even close your eyes if that doesn't feel too wobbly. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up above your head, reach your fingertips high, keeping your shoulder blades pressing down your back so shoulders are away from your ears. You can gaze up towards your hands or forward depending on what feels good for your neck. Feel length through your spine and both sides of your body, and on your next exhale, keep that length as you fold forward. Soften your knees, release your hands to the mat, and let your head be heavy and your back relax. Breathing deep here, try to lean your weight slightly forward into the balls of your feet. And if the backs of your legs are feeling okay here, you might extend your knees a little more to feel a deeper stretch through your calves and hamstrings. If you want more of an active version of this fold, you might draw your chest towards your thighs, using the strength of your muscles to deepen that stretch as you let your shoulders relax and continue to draw your head down towards the mat. As you take your next inhale, lift your head and shoulders halfway. Find a flat back here, so you might bring hands to thighs, maybe to your shins, or you might take your fingertips to the mat. The important thing is that you lengthen through your spine, reach the crown of your head forward. Your hands can be anywhere above or below your knees, but make sure they're not on your knee joints themselves, as we don't want to put pressure here. Extend your legs as much as you can and draw your shoulders away from your ears. On your next exhale, plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Step one foot, then the other back to your high plank and release your knees gently to the mat. Find one straight line from your knees to the crown of your head, lengthening your tailbone down towards your knees as you engage your core. Press the mat away with your hands, strong through your shoulders, and begin to bend your elbows, hugging them in towards your sides as you lower down, keeping that strong, straight line. Release your toes and use your next inhale to lift up to your baby cobra. Continue to breathe here. You can stay with baby cobra, or if you'd like to go a little higher, release your head and shoulders back down and use an inhale to lift, this time press into your hands, extending your arms. Try not to straighten them all the way. Keep a little bend through your elbows. Shoulders release away from your ears and lift your chest forward as you breathe here. Use an exhale to release back down. Press into your hands as you lift up through tabletop and send your hips back, tucking your toes. Lift your hips high, tailbone reaching to the sky for your downward facing dog. Really press the mat away here, finding length through your spine. If it feels good to bring some movement, you can pedal your legs out. And then lift your heels, bend your knees, and press your chest towards your thighs, finding as much length as you can. And keeping that length, if it feels good, you can start to extend your legs here. If you find that your spine starts to round like mine is here, then bend your knees a little deeper. Once again, press your chest to your thighs and maintain that length through your spine. Reach your tailbone as high as you can while pressing the mat away. If you need a rest, you can always come down to your child's pose. On your next inhale, gaze forward, lift your heels, bend your knees, and take a walk or a step up to the top of the mat to meet your hands, finding that halfway lift, maybe hands to shins, thighs, or to the mat. Crown of your head reaching forward, shoulders draw back. One more inhale. And exhale, release into your forward fold. Let your upper body relax. Bend your knees as much as you need to bring your hands to the mat. Maybe take a nod of your head here, a shake side to side. Leaning your weight a little more forward into the balls of your feet to feel that stretch through the back of your legs. On your next inhale, root to rise, reach all the way up, lifting your arms overhead, extended Tadasana, holding here for one more breath. On your exhale, bring your hands together, draw them down to heart center, or release them down by your sides. That's one full round of your sun salutation A. As we move through the next few rounds, I'll add on some more challenging options. You can choose to stay with what we've just done, or take some of these different variations. You don't have to do all of them, you can pick and mix. On your inhale, reach your arms up overhead, lifting your fingertips high. Take another breath here in your extended Tadasana, and on your exhale, dive your chest down. Forward fold, weight is in the balls of your feet. Crown of your head heavy towards the mat. Keep your knees as soft as you wish here, but if you do want to feel a deeper stretch, then you can still let your upper body relax and feel free to extend your legs. feeling a deeper stretch through your hamstrings. On your next inhale, find your flat back position, maybe hands to thighs, perhaps shins, maybe fingertips to the mat. Find your lengthened spine, reaching forward and away with the crown of your head. And breathing deep here. On your next exhale, plant your hands and step your feet back to high plank. You can release your knees down here, or we can take a full Chaturanga Dandasana, keeping knees lifted. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. Reach forward with the crown of your head as you begin to bend your elbows in towards your sides, lowering down. Try not to let your hips dip. Release your toes and lift on an inhale into your baby cobra, full cobra. Or perhaps you take upward facing dog by pressing down into your hands to extend through your elbows. Press the tops of your feet into the mat and see if you can lift your thighs off the mat here. Keep lifting your chest forward. This goes for if you're in either of your cobra variations as well. Gazing forward, finding some length through the back of your neck. One more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, either release your knees down and send your hips back, or challenge option to keep your legs straight as you press your hips high. Find your downward facing dog. Maybe you take a pedal here, maybe a bend and stretch of both knees at the same time. Find that length pressing your chest towards your thighs, and keep your heels as high and your knees as bent as it feels good for you. Your spine is your top priority here, so we find that length first. And then if you want to, you can deepen that stretch through the back of your body. On your inhale, gaze forward, lift your heels. Take a walk, a step, or maybe a hop with both feet up to the top of your mat. Find your halfway lift. Flat back, crown of the head reaches forward, shoulders away from your ears. Reach your tailbone back behind you, finding as much length through your spine as you can. Use your next exhale to soften down into your forward fold. Bend your knees if it feels good here. Or maybe you extend your legs, letting your upper body fully relax. On your next inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Reach your arms overhead, extended Tadasana. And on your exhale, draw your hands down to heart center, and we'll keep it going here. Inhale, reach up high. Taking it a little faster, exhale, find your forward fold. Crown of your head releases towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale to plant your hands, step your feet back, either knees lifted or knees lowered. As you release down, elbows in towards your sides, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to Cobra, Baby Cobra, or Upward Facing Dog. And exhale to press back, Downward Facing Dog. Either with straight legs, or you can bend the knees and make your way through Child's Pose. Take a breath here in your Downward Dog. Then use an inhale to walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat, lifting halfway. Exhale, soften and release into your forward fold. Take another breath here. Then inhale to reach up all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center, or release them down by your side. Let's keep it going here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. If I'm going a little too fast for you, feel free to go at your own pace. Exhale, hands plant, high plank. Lowering down, make sure to hug your elbows into your sides and keep that straight line with your body, core engaged. Inhale to your back bend, chest lifts forward. Exhale, press back, release into downward facing dog. Take one full breath here. Deep inhale and a long exhale. Inhale to make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, release down into your forward fold. Inhale to reach up. And exhale to bring your hands down. We'll take one more round. Choose any of those variations that feel good. And remember to move at your own pace with your own breath. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, find length, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, step back to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering down. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take another full breath here. Finding any movement that you like or coming into stillness. Finding length through your spine as you press your heels down towards the mat. Then inhale to walk, step or hop forward. Find that halfway lift. Exhale, soften into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to reach high, fingertips up over your head. And exhale, gather all that energy you've harnessed, draw it down to heart center. Well done. Pausing here, feeling that heat flowing through your body. We'll take one more flow to come down to the mat. So inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale to release down, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Maybe release your knees or keep them lifted as you lower down. Inhale to find your back bend. And exhale, hips high for your last downward facing dog of this practice. On your next exhale, gently release your knees to the mat. Bring your big toes together and sit your hips back towards your heels, finding your child's pose. Reach your fingertips forward and allow your elbows to rest down on the mat. Come back to your breath here, feeling your heart rate settle. And notice if you feel any different now to when you started your practice. On your next inhale, begin to walk your hands in towards your knees. lifting up to seated, and find yourself a comfortable seated posture in the center of your mat. On your next inhale, reach your arms above your head one last time, and exhale, bring your hands down to heart center, bowing your head towards your heart and giving thanks for your practice. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. If you enjoyed today's class, don't forget to like and subscribe for a new video every week. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to focus on. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you again next time.